Mexico City is the most dangerous place in the world after Iraq. To President Barack Obama and the international public opinion, to Mr. Marcelo Ebrard, Mayor of Mexico City. Mr. Ebrard, we publicly request that you immediately remove your employee, Miguel Mancera, Mexico City's Attorney General, from office. He and some top officials are using their executive post at the Attorney General's Office of Mexico City, PGJDF, to aid and abet pedophiles and child rapists. They use their judicial authority to orchestrate a harassment campaign of fascist nature against NGOs that defend the human rights of women and children, such as in the case of Reintegración Social AC, which has been illegally raided 6 times in 3 months. On one occasion, on Friday, November 7th, 2008, Mexico City police officers hid their identity as they stormed into the premises carrying automatic assault rifles. As recorded on video, your employee lied when stating that she had a valid search warrant. Such legal document was never presented, and that day she illegally attempted to enter our premises by breaking the law and threatening our staff. You may watch the videos of each violent raid, the bribery, and the police brutality at www.youtube.com/Sambra Monita. This government's vendetta is in retaliation for having denounced the sale of Mexican children for adoptions by Mexico City officials and the lack of action against criminals who have raped children but use bribes to evade justice. We request the immediate removal of Miguel Mancera, Mexico City's Attorney General, for illegally detaining and torturing human rights activists. Such was the case of our volunteer, Vanessa Barroso. She was illegally detained and tortured for more than 48 hours in a cell block at the Procuraduría General de Justicia del Distrito Federal, as officially stated by the judge of the 64th Criminal Court on November 8, 2008. For using a public institution like the Procuraduría General de Justicia del Distrito Federal to wage a character assassination campaign against us, a NGO. These actions violate Mexico's Constitution and our country's commitment to the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Our NGO is a legally established human rights organization with 14 years of labor, providing temporary shelter and legal representation to marginalized and exploited minors. Our work is recognized internationally. We furthermore request the immediate impeachment of Mexico City's Attorney General, Miguel Mancera, for persecuting, torturing, and illegally detaining human rights activists, as was the case of the volunteer, Vanessa Barroso, who was ordered by Mr. Mancera to be illegally detained and tortured in a cell block at the Procuraduría General de Justicia del Distrito Federal in November of 2008. We demand a full criminal investigation of Mexico City's Attorney General, Miguel Mancera, for his links to a network of illegal adoption business and for protecting child rapists. Thus, taking into account all of these violations and manifested forms of incompetence, it becomes clear why, since the nomination of Miguel Mancera, crime has skyrocketed in Mexico City, making it one of the most dangerous places in the world. Reintegración Social AC.
On November 23, 2008, Reintegración Social, an NGO, published and entered in the prestigious political magazine Proceso, denouncing the protection of pedophiles and child rapists, and urging the immediate removal of Miguel Mancera, Mexico City's Attorney General. We urge the immediate removal of Miguel Mancera, Mexico City's Attorney General, for illegally detaining, torturing, and by senior officials of Mexico City's Attorney General's office. The Attorney General's office in Mexico City has an illegal child adoption business. It gives blonde children out for adoption to individual couples in exchange for bribes. The NGO, Reintegración Social AC, has evidence that proves this. Miguel Mancera, Mexico City's Attorney General, knows that this case is a political time bomb and is trying to create a scapegoat by criminalizing this NGO, Reintegración Social, which has a 10-year trajectory of human rights professional work. In retaliation, the government of Mexico City has launched a campaign of character assassination against this NGO. The Attorney General, Miguel Ángel Mancera, is carrying out a dirty campaign of disinformation throughout the media. Reintegración Social wants to denounce these actions to the international community and have staged many demonstrations to demand justice.